It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. From the beautiful grounds of TPC Sawgrass, our opening round coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Andrew Catalan alongside Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action on the course. Rich, it's a monster week on tour. It's the Players' Championship. What challenges does TPC Sawgrass present?
I think more than anything else, it's the most effective and efficient way to attack this Pete Dye design, Andrew. There's nothing straightforward about it. The tee boxes point you one direction, the fairway landing area is in a different direction, and the greens sit in a different direction. There are no straight lines on this golf course. You have to think outside the box to get it around the best at TPC Sawgrass, which is not something that the best in the world tend to do very well. They like things very linear. This is not linear.
Let's get down to the first hole. This is a bomb. Second shot here at 1. This one's going right there. Wow, imagine that. It was so close. An opportunity to make birdie. Okay, on to the next.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So yes, birdie on the first, great job.
Here's a look at the par 5 second.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
That is an absolute missile.
Okay, clubbing down.
If this goes in, we'd call it a bomb. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
A huge right to left swinger.
This is looking good early. That looked good for a while. A tap in for birdie. You gotta love it. And he improves his score to 2 under par for the event. Time now for a par 3.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green. Drawing it in there beautifully.
Not super tight, but a makeable putt. A 13-footer here.
Oh, yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Job well done with the birdie right there. He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. On the tee on the 4th hole.
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
This one is right at it. That's a great position to be in after that approach. Got a chance here to move into the top 5. And it drops. That's the 4th birdie of the day.
This is a second.
A brilliant shot by Justin Thomas, but that was all over it.
So let's take a look at the updated leaderboard.
All right, Rich, the par 4 5th. Strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
Oh, that's a members bounce right there. Lovely.
standing up over this one after a bunch of birdies.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
A bit wild on approach there.
Shocking, a missed green in regulation.
This would be a great up and down.
Sitting at 4 under for the day. Beauty of a chip shot there.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Let's keep those doubles off the card.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 6th is a par 4.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
Ooh, that one must have caught the downslope. That is goodwill hunting. Time for the second shot here at the 6th.
Oh, this is tracking. It's tracking. Come on.
And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd. And he finds himself in a tie for 3rd.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Over to the par 4 7th hole.
Difficult par 4, 451 yards. Water and sand all the way down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right. Find the green with your second and sprint to the next hole, making 4.
Wow, that was launched.
That's the way to draw up a nice shot.
This looks right at the pin.
With this wind, that's a thing of beauty.
Well, this would be really nice to get a birdie opportunity. Chalk up another. That's the 6th birdie of the day.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 3.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
Five wood is the choice. All right, the putter can come out now. 6 under par if this one drops. Down to Henny.
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup.
This should turn back to the right. Man, that was close.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Moving on to the next. As you can see on the leaderboard, Justin Thomas is out in front. An opportunity here with a par 5. Not a bad result right there. A lot to like about that one. almost had it. This putt to move into a share of first place. And that putt drops, and we move on to the next. And a good job there as he moves to 6 under par. We start the back 9 here at the 10th hole. I like the looks of this. Not a bad shot right there. Okay, some distance here. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
Well, it looks like this one's going left to right.
Here we go, putt on the way. Tracking nicely.
No, cannot.
A short one left for par. As we head to the next hole, our featured player is currently tied for first.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Not bad. Oh, right by the hole. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Great touch, really nicely played. And this putt coming up for his par. Well holed. Let's move on. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well. That's too bad. Put a great effort on that stroke.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Second shot here on the 12th. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is looking to be 35 foot.
Looking nice.
And that's a nice looking putt. Judged it well. Got a short one coming up. And that should secure the par on this one. And this is quality play. Still on top of the leaderboard. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in one. But watch out, if you hit in the wrong spot on the green, it'll be difficult to two-putt from there.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. Well, this will be a bonus, right on 17 feet from here.
This for a birdie.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Right to lefter, up the hill. Can be positive with this one. Oh, a 9-foot chance here. A little bit too much on that putt. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
It's a short putt, but it's moving to the left.
Currently 5 under for the round. Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back nine, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Handy effort, that one. Standing over his second shot. We drew that one up perfectly, didn't he? And that one's on the dance floor, but a long way from the DJ.
John, talk to us. What do you got for us?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Will Zalatoris as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th.
Wow. Not afraid to go deep. This putt's for 6 under par. John, have you got a read on this one?
I think a slight break to the right in this one.
That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. And with that hole complete, this player is currently tied with Justin Thomas for the lead.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
Let's see what Rose Zhang has done so far today.
This is how you do it 7 days a week.
Oh, that's a beauty. How about holding that one?
All right, let's get back to the action. Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
This is a 9-iron on the way.
Straight at it.
Wow, you gotta love that shot here at 15, and a birdie chance is on the way. 4 feet remains.
Looking for another birdie here.
Let's quickly look at the leaderboard, and our featured player has broken the tie and now owns first place. We've hit the par 5, 16th hole.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do, but watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
A tough break there. Just getting into that second cut of rough.
Oh, that was so close. Hitting 4. That is the perfect position to leave it in. Needs this to drop to save par. That one drops. Here's a look at how things stand. He is up by 2 shots. Let's go over to 17, the par 3.
Par 3, 17th, 137 yards, island green. I've actually seen a caddy throw it onto this green, but with a golf club in your hand, can you hit the green?
Going with pitching wedge here. Oh, what a shot here at 17. The fans love it. And now a birdie putt coming up. Let's go down to John on the course for an update.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Will Zalatoris as he gets set for his next shot here on the 10th.
Oh, absolute stunner.
How about this birdie putt?
Don't be fooled by the short length. There is still a lot of movement here to the left.
He makes the putt and extends his lead. And after that hole, our featured player is in first place. The closing hole is a par 4.
Par 4, 462 yards, and you're going to find out what kind of player you are when you tee off here. How brave are you? How much do you trust your swing? If you find the fairway, that's a great start, but the second shot awaits.
This is a 150-yard shot.
Drawing it in there beautifully.
That will definitely work. Eight feet remains. He finishes with birdie on 18. Here's a look at the leaderboard at the end of round 1, and he finds himself in first place.
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. Remember the first round? You'd rather have it the last round, though. But I got to say, good start.
Well, that'll do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalon. Have a great night. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back for the second round of the Players' Championship. Hi again, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Great to be back with you. And Rich, as we get set for this second round, our featured player is at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, he's out there. He's got the lead. But listen, there's so much golf left to be played in this 72-hole event. Let's see what he can produce.
Let's go out to the first hole. That's going to work nicely for him. This is a good 130 club. This is pitching wedge on the way. On the green, that's always mission number one. This putt from 12 feet away.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
John, give us a read on this putt.
Looks like this putt is going to start out straight, then take a turn to the left.
Oh, almost. A chance here for par.
This may be a little tiddler, but it's moving right.
The putt goes in, and it's a par to open things up.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
And after that hole, our featured player is currently in first place with Justin Thomas in second. Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
Drive it out to the right-hand side to get yourself a good look at reaching this green in two.
Ooh, boy, not pretty.
Oh, just drifting in there with a little bit of fade on it. Lovely.
This is the third. This one looks really good. That was really well played. A birdie would look really nice on the scorecard. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. As we check the leaderboard, our featured player is in first place, but Justin Thomas right behind him. Stepping on to the par 3 third.
Par 3, just 177 yards from the back, but this green is always firm. Be wary of that.
This is a 9-iron on the way. All right, we can work with that. This putt is from 17 feet away.
This for back-to-back birdies.
John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
Looks like this one's going left to right.
That one just rolls by.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
He taps that in for par. Our featured player continues to look good out there, currently in first place. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 fourth.
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
That's a pretty good shot right there.
That's the way to draw up a nice shot.
What a beautiful leave right there.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
This putt left for birdie. So close. Wow, I thought that was in. Terrific hands on that shot. 4 feet to the cup. A bogey on the scorecard, and the rest of the field likes to see that. Quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 2-shot advantage for our leader.
It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th.
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Yeah, that one will play. This is his second shot. Currently leading by 2. This is beautiful to watch.
And I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Putting for birdie here.
You know what they say, never up, never in. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by a stroke. As we move to the 6th hole, it's a par 4.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
Good looking shot this. Setting up this approach now from a similar spot to yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today. This one's heading towards the cabbage.
That was a bit of a miscue.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down. Short game has always been stellar, and that's just why.
9 feet to the cup.
You know, some bogeys are good bogeys.
Currently 8 under overall.
Now teeing off on the par 4 7th hole.
As you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Let's see if 8-iron was the right club.
Hopefully this one can stay on the fairway. Could be trouble.
It looks so good for so long, but now it's first cut.
This is Justin Thomas, currently tied for the lead.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
This one's looking pretty good from the sand.
Time to get back to live play. Setting up in the greenside rough. Man, that was a good shot. This could be a big moment, trying to save par. All right, Henny is with this group. Henny, what do you see?
This is a 12-footer here.
And that's in there for par. Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead. Let's see what happens here at number 8.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
Going with 5 wood. Let's see what happens out of this greenside bunker. This is his 3rd. That nearly went in. Okay, setting up from 12 feet away. Henny, your greenside. What do you see in this putt?
It's just going to cruise up to the left-hand side.
Looks good.
He walks away with bogey. As we take a look at the leaderboard, Justin Thomas has a 1-shot lead. We've hit the 9th. It's a par 5. Oh, that's the perfect place to land it. Watch it run. That's a really nice shot. This is from about 240 yards. Just 1 stroke off the lead. Right now, it's 7 under par. Oh, that looked good. First place comes with this putt. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
I'm down here, I've done the read, and this is a left to righter.
Putt is underway.
That one goes in. Here's a quick look at the leaderboard, and he has a one-shot lead. And now teeing off on a par 4. That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. And now this from about 150 yards away. Leading the event by one shot. This is a 9-iron on the way.
Beautiful shot. Really managed that well in the wind.
Here's a putt to get to 9 under par. Let's check in with Henny.
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
That looked good all the way. Okay, this putt for par, trying to get out of here without any damage. Well, after an approach shot like that, Rich, that feels like a wasted opportunity. And after that hole, still in front on the leaderboard.
On the 11th tee now, a par 5.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
Well played, mate. Second shot here on the 11th.
Strong play, going for it.
That one's going to catch the thick stuff. Ooh. That's an unlucky break. It was right at it. This is his 4th shot. Has he hold it? Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
Whoa, a bit shaky on this hole, but what a way to save his par.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we?
Par 4 12th, a new design in the last couple of years. Water all the way down the left-hand side, but it's a drivable par 4. Most players will bail out to the right, but the brave ones will take on the green with their tee shots. 2s and 3s are easy to come by, but so are 5s and 6s if you get it out of position.
That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Sitting at 8 under. Well, that'll be one of the shots of the day, that's for sure. "16 feet to the hole." And he's down there. You got to read?
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left. Now that's how you roll the rock.
What a putt that was. And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 3 strokes. The 13th is a par 3.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. sitting at 9 under. Big putt for par coming up. Well, it's a great view on the leaderboard. Sitting in top spot, but Justin Thomas is second. On the tee now, the par 4 14th hole.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back nine, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Oh, that downslope has just added a ton to this drive.
Sitting at 9 under par.
A nice little draw. Nothing sweeter.
Well played. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 3 strokes.
Teeing off here on the 15th.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
Absolutely unleashed it. Time for the second shot here at 15. This one is looking good. That's a really nice approach shot.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Another birdie. That's 2 in a row. Maybe the start of a hot streak.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Here's a quick look at the leaderboard, and he is up by 3. Now to the 16th hole, a par 5.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
The club choice is a 6-iron. I thought that was going in. This could be a big momentum putt. It's for birdie. Another birdie. 6 of them on the day. No change atop the leaderboard after that hole. We've reached the 17th. It's a par 3.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Going with pitching wedge here. He hits a beauty at 17, and now a chance for birdie. 6 feet to the cup.
He's got this one for birdie.
Come on. And just a tap in left for par. As we move on to the next hole, the lead is at 4. Time for the tee shot at 18.
It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
I like that one. This is about a 120-yard shot with a 4-shot advantage.
In this wind, what that says to me is he struck that good.
Here's a putt to get to 13 under par. Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
I think this one's moving right to left.
That is all for today. What a wonderful day for our featured player sitting atop the leaderboard.
It's been exciting the first 2 days. Please tell me we're going to have the same amount the next 2 days.
That will do it for our broadcast day. For all of us at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time.